Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Mischa Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within.
Who knows where this episode is going to go? I do have a story to tell, and it is about the stories we tell ourselves when somebody's talking to us, or more specifically, perhaps what we hear is not what they're saying. Or even better, we can frame it however we want. It's all in our perception. I'm really grooving on that idea right now. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I had a discussion with my neighbor somebody who's living in my neighbor's driveway. Christy, she is so sweet and so wise, and she's a coach, and she lives in a converted van, and my neighbor's got a really cool house, actually, awesome views, and just super chill. She's always has these little parties over there, gatherings. The neighbors are drinking their wine around sunset. I hang out at my house anyway. But Christy parks. It's the best parking. What a place to park your van and be able to look at these amazing sunset views and it's pretty. You know what? A person could do worse than that setup. Anyway, I am in a mood tonight. I was thinking, I'm going to get to the point here, but before I do, I've been watching some training videos for the 2 Club X, this program that I'm in to grow my business, and I'm committed to the business side of things as well, just so you know. So good news, first off, is that I will not be starting a new podcast and walking away from the Bitch Slap podcast. I will just be rebranding the podcast to call it Table Rush. My coach, Vince, said, hey, just rename your current podcast and have fun with it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. There's no need to just, shit can it, excuse my language, throw the baby out with the bathwater. But I also had the strong realization that I can take things seriously, as people should. They should take their podcast seriously. But I just am in this mindset right now, it's just none of this matters. None of it matters in the biggest picture of things. None of it freaking matters. And I've just let go of results and the expectations around it. I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying to be of service. And it just seems like a ludicrous mockery sometimes, if I was to be perfectly honest with you. So Russell Brunson, I don't know if anybody follows him or follows his Marketing Secrets podcast or ClickFunnels and all this stuff. I'm obviously embedded heavily in it, and I love it, and I'm all in, and I'm going deeper in every day. And I'm super stoked to have found the inspiration and to be charging ahead. And I've got this great business idea that I'm going to run with. And heck yeah, man, stuff's happening and it's fun and I'm charged up. So that's the good news. And I'm trying to be of service with my podcast. Oh my gosh, I hope I can get to the point of this episode. And the point of the episode is, I got a few loops going here, but the point of the episode is to, of the episodes moving forward, how do I take these stories that I'm telling and spin them the lessons towards business, right? And mindset, I suppose, because mindset can be so important to entrepreneurship and business creation and growth and scaling and all that. So, whew, this might need to be a 2 or 3 parter. Back to Russell Brunson. So on a bunch of these trainings, Russell Brunson was laughing at himself on how, with his Marketing Secrets podcast, he didn't find his voice until episode 41. Episode 41 was when the Russell Brunson, funnel hacker, father, leader extraordinaire, found his voice on his podcast. And sorry, that was a son yelling in the background, chirping in the background. I don't know at what. Oh my gosh, this is just, you know what? This is fun. This is fun. If my service today is having fun and helping you have fun, regaling you with stories, well, God bless. So Steve Larson, who's another big funnel hacker crony of Russell Brunson, who's very good at what he does, was, telling Russell Brunson that, hey, your podcast effectively sucked until episode 41 when you finally figured out what the heck you were doing and talking about, and you found your voice, right? So as I just published, as I'm recording this episode, I had just scheduled for publishing episode number. Where is it? Give me a sec here. Of course, it's not right in front of me. It's like episode number 340 or some such thing. I'm going to tell you. It's very important to me that I tell you. Episode number, come on, computer, 344. Episode 344. And I still would tell you that I have no idea what I'm doing. Have I found my voice? Has Mischa found his voice? Yeah, right. It all seems so ludicrous. It's one of those days, but I am charging forward. I also had the moment of it might not be downloads or looks or likes, although I do have like 12 or 13,000 downloads. Which is awesome. But I have definitely learned a lot if I was to catalog that. Now, let's talk about Christy, my neighbor. Let's just close all these loops. Let's get her done. Christy, Christy, my neighbor, I'm talking to her, and I'm telling her about my new value ladder mission statement about, who I'm going to help. And I'm all excited about it. And I'm all excited about the business pivot and helping people in this awesome idea. And I hear her say, well, at some point you got to stop asking for advice. Like she was telling me, stop asking for advice. That's what I heard, right? It's one way I heard it. And then I was running to the store to get my Apple keyboard fixed because I guess I got some food under the tab button, so it was no longer working. And I heard her say, oh, Apple is for fifth graders, basically fifth graders, because of the closed system. Like she likes Dell and all this because she can do all this cool computer stuff on Wintel that you can't do on Apple because Apple's a closed system. So I could have and did for a moment perhaps take both of those things negatively. in the same conversation at the same time, she said, effectively, congratulations on having such a solid vision, this new vision that I've that's manifested, right? And so it turns out she wasn't actually saying stop asking for advice. She was saying how great you're at the spot where you're convicted and know your direction, and you no longer need to get people's opinion about it. Yeah, that's a much better way to hear that, right? Yes, indeed. And then I also, as I was talking about how I was going to use my interview skills, my childish wonder and enthusiasm as I look at things and interview people, and she says, yeah, she said, you remind me of when I met Oprah. And she was talking about how Oprah was so open and made people feel like she was just like they were in her space, And so at the end of the conversation, I said, you basically told me to stop asking people for advice and that I have the intelligence of a fifth grader. I was teasing her, but then I did say, but I'm just kidding a little bit. You actually told me that congratulations on my solid vision, and that I remind her of Oprah. And I thought, you know what? That was just it's so fun to have the awareness in the moment to be like, holy mackerel, it's how I choose to hear things. Oftentimes it's how I choose to hear things. And I've got a buddy who says things, excuse me. And I really realize, you know what? It's not about me at all. Like, put your ego aside. Like it's literally whatever negative thing I think he's saying. I don't need to take it personal. It's not about me. I don't know how else to say it. It's like it could be just about him, how he sees himself, and I take it on. Anyway, that's it. It's all ludicrous. Extra long episode, I believe. We'll see when it comes to editing. But life is fun. Keep at it. Try new things. Keep learning. I'm gaining ground every day. Love to all.
Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.